Okay, good Filipino afternoon to everybody. Derek with QAdventures here, with Ian, and this is going to be our first update. And Ian is dressed in his shirt and shorts today. And first and foremost, I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity to sincerely apologize to the viewers out there who commented on the first video that Ian, that the video, kind of show Ian in a bad light, and it was a humiliating circumstances, and I sincerely apologize for that. As the video, I take full responsibility in what was viewed and what was how it was interpreted, and not that it's an excuse, but I am an amateur in this. I'm just an idiot with with some technology with what you want to call it, a camera. And I document these stories. And when I arrive in Ian's home, and this is Ian's home, he is the man of the house. And, like being born in Vietnam and spending so much time in Philippines, like stuff like this is very normal to me. I didn't cross my mind that it was, I was in fact humiliating Ian. Um, and I apologize for that, and I take full responsibility for that. Just in these kind of environment, it's just very normal to see, like kids running around naked. I myself, when I was, like 8 years old, up until I was 8 years old, I was running around the streets naked, and that is just very normal. And again, that's not an excuse, but it's just something that I've overlooked, and I sincerely apologize for that. And I was particularly hurt. Yeah.
It's incorrect.
Yeah, it's difficult for you to come in and out of the main house.
Yeah.
And then of course, by being stationed here, like from the first video, Melanie, his wife, like indicated that it's just more convenient to, move in from this setting to a very short distance over here. And Ian even joked that like she hoses him down, but the fact of the matter is, like he bathes and takes care of his hygienes, like just a few steps, like over here rather than inside the house. I'm not gonna go in the house, it's their private environment, and there's no need for me to go in the house. But the traditional shower and stuff like that is just a big hassle, I'm assuming. So this setup is more convenient for you. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So with your attire, last video, the last time I was here, do you have any comments about that, Ian? I know you have a great sense of humor, but
Ah, oh, I suppose it was the basic.
yeah. And then I did make a comment that the tin roof over here is not insulated, and even me sitting over here for a few minutes was very hot, and you have two fans running over here
Yeah.
to keep you cool. So, it's just like I'm sure, like by putting on clothes, like you're gonna be very hot. Am I mistaken with that?
That is correct.
That is correct, right? Yeah. So were you humiliated by chance?
No.
Okay. And I had your blessing in uploading the video.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then yeah, and I understand, it's just like I take responsibility as a content creator once again. And I should not have. And I've learned from the experience, and I hope for your forgiveness. I know in the process I've lost a few loyal followers, but it is what it is, and all I can do at this point is apologize and promise to do better going forward. And then now let's go ahead and talk about the situation over here from the last video. That I'm gonna set the camera down. First and foremost, from the first video, which is just a few days ago, uh, I wanted to give you an update of the progress that we have made. Okay, from your video, as of right now, it has a 9.9 thousand. So 9,900 people have viewed the video so far, and it's
Yeah.
just been a few days, okay? And then we have received a few donations, and I want to go over that and acknowledge the generous donors to help you with your situation. And I understand that a lot of people want to keep privacy. And so I'll just say the first name and last initial and the amount that was donated. So I don't want to accidentally, name any names and, bringing to light, folks who wants to stay private. Okay. I have a Walter P who donated $18.93, and I'm sure it's $20. Walter, I apologize. I'm just reading PayPal information, which is after their processing fee deduction. And from the very beginning, when I started doing all these philanthropy type work, I have pledged that every dollar that you donate, even PayPal deduct their fees, like I, out of my monetization from YouTube, will make up for that. So basically, I'm responsible for that. So the entire $20 that you donated will go towards uh, Ian's medical needs. Okay, and then I have Regis. Okay, and then my DJI was malfunctioning on me, so I had to switch to a different camera right here. But just carrying on, like we acknowledge Walter P. And second, I'm going from the newest, most recent to the older ones, so I apologize. The second person is Regis T, who I have here at $104.39. And then Paul C, 1385. Kevin M, 429. Geneva M, 2379. I have Mel C at 907. And then I have Victoria G, 100. Robert D, $9.22. And all these are in USD. And Timothy G, 339. Darren C, 1863. Mullinik 18 Mullinik E, 1893. And if I have missed anybody, oh yeah, if I have missed anybody, please, reach out to me so I can go ahead and update that record. And then also from my buy me a coffee over here, let me go ahead and log into that. Yeah, with buy me a coffee, I have a Charles H, $25. And then someone anonymous, $15. And there's an email address, Dare Joe, $5. And then I just want to acknowledge all those viewers who are showing their support, and very grateful. I don't know how to tally all this up. We'll tally it up in the background so you would know the amount. And it's nowhere close to the 500,000.
$10,000.
What's that?
$10,000.
Yeah. But it was, the first video was just a few days ago. So I think with this amount, in my opinion, Ian. Oh, I thought you had a comment. Yeah, in my opinion, we should, use this amount to at least bring you to the hospital or a doctor and get an updated x-ray.
Yeah.
And get a consultation of, your injury being 12 months ago, what we can do, what are the options now, basically?
Yeah.
What is your condition now? What are the options now? Do you agree to that, or do you have better, other ideas?
No.
No?
I agree with that.
You agree with that?
You agree with that?
Melanie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can go back to playing pool. There was a comment, from one of the viewers in the UK as well, and he said, "Oh, that's such a Englishman's sense of humor." It's just like in the condition that he's in, he's still having a sense of humor and thinking about playing pool. So definitely, people are enjoying your sense of humor. Yeah.
Good.
So since you're not as verbal as you were last time, what's going on, Ian, today? How are you feeling today so far?
Okay.
What is your reaction to all these people who sympathize with your situation? And
Bit overwhelming, actually. It's a impression I got from here was nobody cared.
like, what do you mean from here that nobody care? Like the locals, or
Yeah,
okay? And like before the camera turned on, like I asked you what is your status here in the Philippines, and you indicated, well, why don't you say it in your own words? You're legally married to
yeah,
Melanie, okay?
yeah,
And then you have a permanent residency over
yes,
here. And I have a commenter over here. I want to read the comment to you, and you can tell me, if this is an option. This commenter, his name is Bruce, and he said, he advised you to please visit your local barangay and be persistent. They will provide the care and operation at no charge. I have arranged this for an American in Bacolod. So, because of your status as a permanent resident here,
yeah.
have you explored the option of going to like
No,
local hospitals?
local hospitals, basically.
Like even
They,
Mactan Doc over here, like have you visited and see what kind of benefits you are that you have access to? Maybe not entitled to, but have access to.
well, you can go there.
Uh huh.
That's where I go
Uh huh.
uh, for urology checkups
Uh huh.
and bone checkup originally
Uh huh.
12 months ago,
Uh huh.
over 12 months ago then.
Uh huh.
Um, that's where they quoted me 500,000
Uh huh.
before I had to deposit 500,000
Uh huh.
before they'd even think about it.
Okay. So now that we will, like with the money donations from the viewers that we have received, now that we decided to get an updated
Yeah,
x-ray on your femur, your right leg, like while we're there, like we will come with you if that's okay with you.
yeah.
And then maybe we can help, like in the process navigate and ask, what
That's all right.
yeah, and then like just go ahead and make an appointment. Whenever the appointment is, just let us know, and we'll, like make sure that we're available to go with you. We live very close by. Also, we pass by Mactan Dock all the times. So in our travels, so it's not an inconvenience for us at all. But we want to explore every avenue. Based on Bruce's comment, it makes sense. Like you're a
Yeah,
permanent resident here, so you must have some kind of access to, like care. I wouldn't say entitlement because, we as expats, will never have the same entitlement as the locals here. But we'll explore what the options are, and at least we can find out, like what costs can be waived due to, your permanent residency here and being married to a local. Is your speechlessness due to the overwhelming support that you're getting, or what is going on?
well, I've been told not to say too much.
Who told you that? Melanie told you
And my
that?
daughter,
And your daughter?
yeah.
Why? What
Because,
is
she said someone made a comment, and she seems
on
to
the
think,
video?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
and she didn't speak English or something.
That who didn't speak English?
My daughter,
Oh, okay.
she
No.
speaks fluent English and
Uh-huh.
fluent uh, not Vietnamese, Korean.
She speaks Korean?
Yeah,
She learned the language? She
Yeah.
learned Korean?
Yes.
How fluent in Korean is she?
No, she's working in Korean.
yeah, for a Korean
And then,
company.
yeah.
Oh, she works in a Korean company and
Yeah.
she
And
picked up the
then she have
language.
boyfriend for
Well, you know,
Korean.
she
Oh.
she learned it before.
Uh-huh.
I think that's what they
And because she works for a Korean company, she had an opportunity to practice
yeah.
what she learned. What is her fluency? Is she pretty fluent
Oh,
or?
she can read and write, yeah.
Oh, wow. She can read and write as well. I admire that. I'm not a linguist at all. But yeah, I mean, your first video, your sense of humor and your being talkative, it's just like, I mean, the video is about you. It's not about me. I'm just again, the idiot with the camera. So, like, don't mind the comments too much because, we are, like on the public domain, everybody in the world who wants to view the
Yeah,
video.
I noticed the Irish passport and the British passport.
Uh-huh.
They they started arguing between themselves.
They start arguing between themselves, between the two passports.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, which brings a good point, like there was another commenter that, indicated that, like you should probably best not go back to the UK for treatment, because of the current environment, like
Yeah.
because you've been away from the UK for a long time, going back there to seek treatment, you're not going to get the priority as if you were living
No,
there.
you got to wait 6 months, I think it is.
Yeah. And then my rebuttal to that comment was just that, like even, though on the first video you express the uh that being an option, but it's probably not your first option because
No.
yeah, due to Melanie's ability to travel to the UK and be your caregiver.
Well, she'd have to get a passport.
Right. Which
And,
is a very long process.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
she'll want to anyway.
right. So because of that, it's just like that option is unlikely, even though the door is still open. Am I correct?
Door is pretty well shut on that.
Okay. Well, there you have it, folks. There you have it. Yeah. Yeah. So, like a lot of people, like from the comment, like I do see that, they are genuinely concerned about your current situation. Even though a lot of people are being generous, but again, it's not anywhere close to the target amount that like that is required to conduct the operation. But at least that gives us the ability, like what we have collected so far, gives us the ability to get you the x-ray. I'm not going to point my camera down to your leg. We have done that before, so we get the point. And get an updated status of your current condition and what the current options are based on your current condition. So go ahead and make that appointment, and we'll come with you, and we'll pay the bills with the money that we have collected. And you look like you have a question.
No.
Oh, you don't? But yeah, get that done. We'll come along, and we'll pay for the.
One thing is cellulitis
Yeah.
infection.
Yeah.
It's slowly going, but what effect will that have? Any idea?
I don't have any medical background, but while we're doing the x-ray on your right leg, we'll have that checkup as well.
Yeah.
We'll get everything done at once, in one visit, so at least we have concrete numbers and work on that. Make sense?
Yeah, because they wanted to admit me when I went there. What was it, Friday? Friday, right? Thursday. Thursday. They wanted to admit me. I said no. I said no money.
You sat down, you said no money?
No money.
Okay.
So the guy offered me was it high-powered antibiotics?
Antibiotics?
Yeah.
Have you
Super strength.
super strength?
Yeah.
Holy smokes. And you've been taking the antibiotics?
Yeah.
How long have you been taking the antibiotics? It looks like 4 days.
No, this is
What is that? 7 days. He's been taking it for 7 days.
no 7 days in all.
And has
So this will be 3. The other one was 3. That's 7. That's about 3 days there and 3 days there. That's 2 a day. 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening.
So your antibiotic regimen for 7 days, have you seen any change, improvements to your condition?
Yeah,
Yes, you do?
yeah, that has gone down. That's gone down.
Yeah.
That's dried up a little bit.
Yeah.
Getting a bit older.
Yeah. Well, we'll go get the a medical checkup, just to be up to date with everything. At least, like with that, it's just like with whatever the results that come back from the doctors, it's just like at least we have a clear course of action. Okay. And we'll be there for you. And then, as a closing statement, it's just I wish I can do this out of my own personal finances, with your support of the viewers. If you leave a thumbs up on the videos and, share my videos and click the subscribe button, once my viewership jumps to like 30, 40,000 per video, I would be in a position to do that on my own, to fund these kind of philanthropic efforts. So I hope I get to that level with your support. And then, it's just like, meanwhile, though, for everybody who is being, go ahead.
Tell me, do you want me to subscribe to each video?
No, it's okay, Ian. So the subscription is just one time. It's a free subscription. It doesn't cost a dime. But by people, viewers, like viewing my videos, like there are ads that play on the video, and whatever company that runs that ad, like they pay Google, YouTube a fee, and then the YouTube will pay me, the creator who uploads these videos, like a small fraction of that fee. But over 10,000 views, 30,000 views, like 100,000 views, like those little amounts accumulate. But like for those vloggers who average 30, 40,000 views, it's just like their income is practical. Say, for example, if I was one of those vloggers who get consistently, like 30, 40,000 views per video, I would generate enough money to help you do all this operation on my own. And I pledge excuse me, like when I first started my YouTube channel, it's just like I pledged that, it's just like a large portion of the income that YouTube pays me, I use it for these kind of efforts. That's why earlier in my uh uh content creating, I do a lot of these type of work. But because of my viewership tanking, it's just like my payment from YouTube had substantially decreased, which makes it more difficult for me to give, like to spread so much love, because spreading love costs money. That's just reality of life. And yeah, I mean, I hope, with the support of the viewers, one day I will reach to the point where I don't have to, like ask a dime from anybody and be able to do all this by myself, and do more of it. But meanwhile, thank you very much for tuning into my channel and your ever support of my channel. In the next few days, hopefully we are able to go to the doctor appointment with Ian here and give everybody a progress update. Until next time, y'all have a good one. Please like the video, subscribe, and ring the bell, please.